First quarter of play, 1 minute played.
Sabonis does a great job of playing team defense. He's always in great position, and look, you just never question his effort.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Halliburton for 3.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
DeRozan passes to Monk. Back to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
What a slam by Halliburton. Using that agility to make a statement.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Levine kicks to Murray. From past the arc, and there's Levine on the assist by Murray.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Halliburton against Levine. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Stolen by Levine. Here's... Oh, wow! Oh, that was unbelievable!
Now that is a finish for the ages.
Oh, man. Here's Halliburton. The Kings getting the bucket. And Halliburton slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Pass to Nembhard. Here's Mathurin. Knocked away. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity. For Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. Here's Murray, following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Murray down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Richard, you look back, Zach LaVine has been one of those microwave type players. He can get hot in a blink of an eye.
Zach LaVine is one of those players that when he catches fire, there is nothing you can do about it. He can score from deep, multiple level score. And when he gets going, it could be a problem.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
We've seen him shoot at 40% from deep for a season. So Halliburton accurate from three-point land.
Sabonis, no good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. A new 14 for Indiana. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. And the Kings pushing it up now. Monk for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Monk defending. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Sabonis, that's good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Halliburton outside. Siakam a screen on Levine. Halliburton, no good. Kings leading now by 13. Deep 2 from Murray. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Murray's got 7 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Keegan Murray. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Kings.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Clock at 4. And Turner kicks to Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. Siakam a screen on Murray. Indiana moving the ball around. Back to Nembhard. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Monk with the ball. Mathurin picks him up. The shot by Monk is no good. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 17. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Siakam misses. The Kings come into this one following a loss to the Pacers in Indy. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Mathurin for 3. Offensive rebound. Out to Turner. Pass to Halliburton. Indiana needs to get a shot off. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Sacramento leading by 17. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Pascal Siakam. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And you look at his score, and he was #1 on the team last season.
His ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration, that's what makes him a great finisher.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And DeRozan kicks to Monk. Offline with his 3.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Mathurin passes to Turner. Over Sabonis. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Love to see Sabonis get dominant like this. Defense has no chance to interfere.
Here's Halliburton. Left side Turner. Outside Mathurin. Back to Siakam. Another shot. And no good. Nice D from Sabonis. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And Turner kicks to Siakam. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Murray, the pass to Sabonis. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
The confident lefty stroke of Sabonis on full display.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Siakam, right side. Halliburton on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Halliburton's got 10 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
1:06 left in the second quarter. Turner for three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul.
Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Andrew Nembhard.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And Levine's combination of athleticism and shooting makes him dangerous. A multifaceted player with a strong work ethic.
Here's Nembhard. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Murray outside. And there's the drive. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Murray. He's got 9.
If DeMar DeRozan can't find penetration, he's got options. Look, this time he goes with the floater.
Nembhard the pass to Turner. Back to Nembhard. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Pass to Siakam. They get the rebound. Turner. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
For 3, Murray. DeRozan. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Kings lead by 21.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so it's Sacramento sitting on a 21. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And taking a look at the Pacers, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the Kings. And that concludes.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
On the court for Sacramento, we've got Lyles. Monk is out there with Markelle Fultz. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward. Pass to Lyles. Monk with the ball. From deep. Krills it from outside. Monk's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Kings. Now, here's Toppin. In the corner, it's Nesmith. Here's Shepard. Monk defending. Shot clock at 5. Ryan sets the screen for Shepard. He can't get that one to fall. Sacramento's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. A challenging stretch here for Indiana. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Nesmith, the pass to Bryant. Here's Toppin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
He doesn't get the second one. Kings leading now by 22. Shots good by Lyles.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Shepard. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
The shot by Monk is no good. The Pacers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Pass to Toppin. And he banks in the layup.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Back to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And for a point guard, Fultz is a great dunker. I mean, he gets up quickly off the ground to slam that one home.
And the foul on Obi Toppin. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Kings have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Fultz kicks to Monk. Miles a screen on McConnell. To the middle. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Pacers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Back to McConnell. Pass to Nesmith. To the paint. Here's Bryant. Valanciunas grabs the board.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Took him no time at all on that one. Fultz has got 5 points now this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Toppin. Count it. Good. Toppin's got 6.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Here's Shepard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Valanciunas. Nice D from Bryant. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And a bruising, fundamentally sound big man. Valanciunas is a throwback. More importantly, he's willing to play whatever role is asked of him.
Fultz the pass to Monk. Here's LaRavia. Nesmith covering. And it's LaRavia missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line. Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Offensive rebound. Miles with a wide-open look. Sacramento again missing. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Pass to LaRavia. Fires from deep. Good on the triple. LaRavia's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
No one near Fultz as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. That's tipped. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. It's... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Levine. Outside, Sabonis. And he drives in. Murray with it. Halliburton picks him up. DeRozan against Mathurin. DeRozan's shot is off. Halliburton for 3. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And once Halliburton hits his stride, there's just very little you can do defensively, proving how dominant he can be.
Uh-oh, Zach LaVine, he's already won multiple dunk contests. Maybe another?
Halliburton inside the 3-point line. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Puts up a deep 3. They get it back. Here's Turner. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's Levine that time on the assist by Monk. 14 points for Zach LaVine.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Good thinking by Halliburton, sensing the separation immediately and pulling up with confidence.
Levine kicks to Monk. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Monk finds a bonus. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Halliburton on the wing. Screen by Siakam. Halliburton, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
And it's sent back by Turner, and he recovers it. Halliburton against Levine. There's the 3. The kick out to Sabonis. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Well, that is within Sabonis' range. This year, you're comfortable with him taking a select amount of those shots.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Sacramento.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first 2.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker. Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like a winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, RJ, we talk about DeMar DeRozan scoring, but he's also a terrific passer.
Yeah, his first couple years in the league, DeRozan averaged less than 2 assists a game. Now, making plays for others is a big part of his game.
The veteran DeMar DeRozan, RJ, a terrific player, a great scorer.
and he's been doing it for a long time. He has been the elite scorer since he picked up a basketball.
Halliburton passes to Turner. 5 to shoot. Goes back up. He lays it in.
Effort points by Turner, working hard inside, getting rewarded with some points.
And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.
The starting lineup for the visiting New Orleans Pelicans.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. All right, now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past few months for Zion Williamson.
And the last couple of months, the rebounding totals have taken a bit of a dive for him. Let's see if he can refocus and put more effort on the glass.
All right, let's take a look at New Orleans' starting lineup. C.J. McCollum is out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Zion Williamson. Then it's Herb Jones. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Indiana, Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. And Grant having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation. And they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Inside, Zion just a monster. He can go over or through opposition.
Mathurin against Williamson. Here's Mathurin. And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Now McCollum. The shot. The rebound by Turner.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
For 3, McCollum. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
Yeah, C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
And that one is hammered home.
Making a bit of a statement. Murphy to the rack.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Jones against Halliburton. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And there's the screen. McCollum, the pass to Jones. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He feels the X factor in this one could be C.J. McCollum. Coach said his combination of scoring and playmaking is elite, and his teammates follow his lead. We can't afford to let him go off tonight. That would make it an uphill battle. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. Over to the wing. McCollum against Halliburton. 14 feet away, and another basket for New Orleans.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Turner, a screen on Jones. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Siakam with a screen on Jones. Halliburton, no good. New Orleans leading by 3. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Jones with a screen on Turner. And again, C.J. McCollum. McCollum's got 9 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Siakam for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. The Pacers beat them last time when these two met at Indianapolis.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Mathurin against McCollum. They double team McCollum. To the inside. 16 feet out. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control. Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Jones, the pass to Williamson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. He has 6.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area, just dominating, controlling that spot.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. C.J. McCollum has been leading the... Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Brett, one area where Zion Williamson continues to improve is as a passer.
He's cut down his turnovers while more than doubling his rate of assists. And to me, that's just familiarity, getting on the court more consistently and not being injured. I mean, he's going to build and compound on that experience. So starting to make plays is starting to show for Zion.
And here's Halliburton. He's got 6. On the wing, Mathurin. The ball's knocked loose. Back to Halliburton. From the arc. That one no good. Jones with some nice D. New Orleans leading by 11. Pass to Williamson. He tries for 3. A 3. Williamson.
Nice to see Zion using his outside game. His jumper's a good weapon for him.
Well, Indiana shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Out left to the wing. Now Nembhard. And stolen by Williamson. McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Siakam. McCollum's shot is off. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Zion Williamson is a 1 of 1. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. On the wing, Nembhard. Back to Turner. It's deflected. McCollum with it. He's got 9. Here's Jones. Oh, can't convert the two-handed jam.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
And with things just getting started in this new season, Britt, what are you looking forward to the most moving ahead?
Yeah, B.A., I think about last year's teams and the magic that they had to push themselves into playoff positioning. Do they still have it? But one of the more exciting things in terms of the storyline is which teams are showing some early chemistry that could threaten some of those teams from last year. That is something that we always gravitate towards. The fresh blood, the new team, the one that's going to be the underdog throughout the course of the year, and how far can they push it?
Three-pointer Mathurin. No good there.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
All right, let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. Indiana, number 1.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
2 minutes. Zion Williamson, assisted.
Pacers trail by 11. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable. And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Misi. Turner covers. Here's Williamson. Oh, and Turner with a block.
An impressive shot blocker. Turner's combination of size and timing on defense is so valuable.
The Pacers have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Pass to Matherin. Siakam outside. Nembhard outside. There's the 3. Jones grabs the board. And it's Jones with the ball for the Pelicans. To the left side wing. Launches a 3. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his three-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
For 3. Rebounded by Halliburton. Pacers trail by 14. Nembhard outside. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Nembhard's got 6.
That's his second triple this quarter. I guess he's left that dry spell behind.
Looking pretty nimble on that drive. The slender Herbert Jones is good at understanding when to go in strong.
Siakam with a screen on Jones. 3-pointer, Halliburton. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 5 rebounds tonight. Takes a 3. Missed it. 3 for 6 now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
8 seconds left in the half. 3-pointer, Halliburton. Can't hit that one. And the ball out of play. The Pacers will have it. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
As poorly as they've shot the ball, they're lucky to be within striking distance.
And give credit to the defense on the other side.
Taking a peek now. And that's it for halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It has been a clinic out there by Zion Williamson.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
So for New Orleans right now, they've got Bruce Brown, also Kelly Olynyk out there, and it's Boston in at the shooting guard position.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Olynyk showing some confidence now, and the big man is catching and firing.
Wing shot on the way. McConnell's shot is off. The Pelicans lead by 16. To the middle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Aaron Nesmith picks one up. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Shepard, that's good.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Boston, the pass to Murray. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. The kick to Olynyk. Launches it. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Olynyk's got his second bucket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Shepherd. Off the mark there with a three.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
In transition, here they come. Here's Bryant, and then Bryant with the dunk.
And it's Toppin, the hands, the steal. That ignited that break.
Driving to the basket.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, that sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Pacers trail by 17. Pass to Nesmith. And the three off target. New Orleans has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. And so Brown will bring it up for the Pelicans. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. Olynyk. And he banks in the layup. Olynyk's got 8.
Good job from Olynyk that time, just taking some initiative to get in there on the drive.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Shepherd, defended by Murray. Outside for McConnell. And here's Toppin from the arc. And it's Boston with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
On the wing, Murray. And here's Brown for 3. The Pacers pull it in. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. And they'll be reaching the back half of a 4-game home stretch.
And I like Obi just stepping up, not hesitating.
The Pelicans lead by 18. Outside Olynyk. Oh, and Bryant with the block. They retain possession from downtown. Brown, that's good. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Pass to Shepherd. Yes, and it's McConnell with the assist that time.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Murray finds Brown. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
And those assist numbers for Murray keep going up because he can score.
Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Outside Olynyk. Fires for 3. No good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Toppin outside. Let's go with a 3. He drops it from range. Toppin's got 8 points.
And the coaching staff loving this. Confidence in Obi Toppin's catch-and-shoot game.
Here's Brown. Excellent D there from Bryant.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Here's Nesmith. Rebound by Olynyk.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And so it's New Orleans in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They've been in total control in this. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Pacers trail by 16. that T.J. McConnell. Thomas Bryant out there with Toppin. Then it's Shepard, and it's Neesmith in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. McConnell, good.
Their offense sort of clawing back to respectability. Let's see if they can keep building on this.
McCollum against McConnell. Now here's McCollum, tightly guarded. Up and in on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Jacks up a three, sends it home from three-point land. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Pelicans?
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And Indiana misses again.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Jones in the post. McCollum outside. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got 5 assists in the game.
Now, CJ operating like a surgeon out there tonight.
And here's Toppin from the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
The other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
A new lineup here for Indiana. Inside. Oh, stolen by Turner. Will it go? Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Down low. Here's Nembhard. Missed inside. The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Three-pointer. Counted from distance.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which of course makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Mathurin with a steal. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Yeah, just the raw speed of Mathurin. The defense can't catch up, so he just goes all the way.
McCollum. Jones with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A., and the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well.
And then Turner with the dunk.
There are only 2 players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Siakam outside. Back to Nembhard. With the floater. Siakam finds Halliburton. Three-pointer, no good. The Pelicans lead by 23.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pelicans.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And so with this win, they'll end this season series dead even at 2 wins apiece.
Shot clock at 3. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. And Turner with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner. Now off the inbound. And Williamson throws it down. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Halliburton. He's off on that one.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique. And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Now, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
established at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotations. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, you've got Trey Murphy. Herbert Jones is out there with Williamson. Then there's McCollum. And it's Misi in at the 5 down low. Levine's shot is off. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. Inside, here's Misi. It's hauled in by the Kings. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
Yeah, they had their chances and put up the fight, but it's so hard to win close games on the road.
So, Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
He's really something.
Monk has some bunnies on it. I mean, he leaps up there with ease to throw that one down. The D has got to be a little bit more aware of his athleticism.
Now here's McCollum for the 3. And the Pelicans miss again. Here's Monk. And Jones sends it back.
Another stellar defensive play by Jones. Quite simply, he's a defensive ace.
Here's Levine to the inside. Pocket 6. And Levine throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? You know, Stan, as productive as Zach Levine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. Monk finds DeRozan. Outside for Murray. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
It's McCollum with the drive. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And he gets the bucket. McCollum's got 6 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
The kick out to Sabonis. Off target from outside. Pelicans trail by 4. Jones with the screen on Monk. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, Murphy essentially lives on the arc. His job is to provide his team with consistent outside.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Well, that was impressive. There are only a few players in the league who can pull that off.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. From deep 3-point territory. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. 9 points in the game so far.
Showing off the range. McCollum's so confident.
Bean passes to Monk. Murray outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Team's shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to DeRozan. With the drive, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh yeah, don't let his age fool you. DeRozan is still an explosive athlete.
A shot by Misi, no good. Kings leading now by 5. Levine inside the three-point line. Rebounded by McCollum.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Moving it up. And it's Murray with the jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Kings ahead as they dominate the... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of...
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Well, even with the injury issues, Levine remains a great athlete.
2 points, that one goes.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time he checked the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in his range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
On top of being such a great mid-range shooter, Stan, DeMar DeRozan has earned a reputation for also being a timely scorer. He performs well in the clutch.
Yeah, I was on the wrong end of that too many times, Kevin. DeMar ranks in the top 5 among players in clutch buckets made for his career, and he was given the nickname King of the Fourth.
Oh, I like that. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. And Stan, while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question, because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard.
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
And showing some creativity. Murray smooth and lethal.
Pelicans trail by 14. And here's McCollum for 3. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Sacramento.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnover.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now.
And he's capable of turning it up on offense. McCollum catches fire. This is a guy that can get uber aggressive.
And adding to his long list of highlight reel finishes. DeRozan still exciting to watch.
Williamson against DeRozan to the wing right side. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
And this is why you lob passes Murray's way, because he is so good at catching and finishing.
And the three ball is good.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Sabonis. A three ball. And no good that time.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Well, with each year in the league, we're seeing Murphy become a better distributor.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Kings. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Jones finds Williamson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Williamson's got his second basket.
Well, that contact does nothing to Zion. He's just way too strong.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And then Monk with the dunk.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
On its way from DeRozan for two. Keegan Murray getting it done for Sacramento. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got two of them to fall in that quarter. Back right after this.
29.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you.
And later on, some. And that'll do it for.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Keegan Murray. He's been playing very well.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
So the Pelican 5 right now. We've got Kelly Olynyk, also Bruce Brown out there. And it's Boston in at the two guard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's LaRavia. And it's off from three-point range. And now the Pelicans on the break. Over in the corner, Brown. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Yeah, for a big, Olynyk does a good job moving the ball. He can be counted on to make good shots.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And it's LaRavia missing. Pelicans trail by 20. Olynyk finds Murray. They set the screen. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Here's Valanciunas, and he uses the glass on the layup. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard, or he can be off the ball. But the best...
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And how about the vision of Fultz there? He's skilled at getting his teammates going with his passing.
It's stolen by Fultz. And here we go. Pushing it up. Here's Ellis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
First personal foul.
With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Pelicans 4th.
Well, their approach to shooting was phenomenal. They didn't force many threes, and when they got a good look, they drilled it.
Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And here's Olynyk from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Olynyk's got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for New Orleans. Here's LaRavia. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
If the opportunity presents itself, Murray will explode to the rim.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ellis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Valanciunas. Now Wiles. Here's LaRavia. Wiles with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Pelicans ball.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for him.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Yeah, Murray with some bad intentions.
Ellis against Murray. Ellis can't get it to go.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Here's Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Big slam by the big man, Olynyk. You know his teammates have to be loving that.
Here's Murray. From down in the low post, it goes. Murray's got 9.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Miles with the screen. LaRavia traps in the tray.
And that kick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Second team foul. Substituting on the court.
5 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And so it's the Sacramento Kings cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Malik Monk out there with Levine, and it's Sabonis in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for New Orleans.
Checking in for the Pelicans, number 13, Kelly Olynyk.
Levine looking around. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Master Olynyk for 3. DeRozan with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Releases from 15, and Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Again, the miss by the Kings. Pelicans trail by 18. Pass to Messi. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Levine, and the basket by McCollum.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And DeRozan throws it down hard.
And that's the athleticism. When DeRozan takes off like that, he is looking to ring the bell.
McCollum kicks to Olynyk. Banked in off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And guys, so far in this one, Murray has been delivering offensively. This kind of scoring is what made him a high lottery pick.
And the jam by Levine.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Monk for 3. Pelicans with the rebound. Beyond the arc. And the Pelicans miss again. Kings leading now by 20. Stolen.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And here's McCollum for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
For 3.
McCollum's got 21 in the game.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
And the shot goes in.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions. Don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Lets the 3 fly, and Levine with the block. Murray outside from deep three-point land. Good, and it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Sacramento.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Keegan Murray.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Jacks up a three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here are the Pelicans, trailing by 19. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Here's Murray. From downtown, missed. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. And the outcome of it, all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. With Stan Van Gundy.
Right. You learn a little about each team in the preseason. But once the games count, things really start coming into focus.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
And it's Levine with the ball for the Kings. It's a three-point game. The Pacers beat them last time when these two met at Indianapolis.
And that last game was just about as close as it gets. Hard fought by both teams.
Now here's Murray. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
And the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, B.A., how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Levine. Kicks it to DeRozan. The 3 is up. The rebound by Nembhard. Here's Indiana. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Here's Turner. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
DeRozan for 3. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Well, the pick and roll is one of many useful tools in the handbag of DeMar DeRozan. How about their ability to be effective in that situation?
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Pass to Sabonis. And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That's his first foul.
A great job to establish position and square up.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Halliburton with the ball. He's picked up by Levine. Nembhard outside. Pass to Halliburton. Now here's Siakam. 6 on the shot clock. To win the cold spell. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Murray. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Hallie.
Thanks. Yeah, I was able to talk with Sacramento's head coach. He said one person we cannot overlook is Tyrese Halliburton. He said the guy has major impact on the game, even when he's not scoring, which he usually is. He sets the tempo for the team. He can defend, rebound, pass the ball. Kid's got it all. Guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Siakam, no good. The Kings lead by 11. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
Now here's DeRozan, coming off a 31-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
What a way to begin this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Now Mathurin. Second shot opportunity. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Great body control allows Mathurin to finish through contact.
Here's Levine for 3. Buries it from 3.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Sacramento on D. Puts up a deep 3.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Takes the 3. DeRozan right side. 3 on the clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Murray, no good.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Again, Halliburton missing.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
And it's DeRozan missing.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Rejected by Sabonis.
Improving on the defensive end as well. Domantas Sabonis getting tenacious there with the block shot.
The Kings lead by 12. Levine passes to Ellis. Murray, a screen on Halliburton. Beyond the arc. Ellis, good. Ellis has got 9 points.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And so it's Sacramento up 15. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3, the small forward.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor.
DeRozan. Outside for Levine. Second chance shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul.
And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
You know, I like that mentality by Levine, taking it inside, mixing it up a little bit.
Both free throws good from Levine. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie.
You know, it's such a pleasure to watch Domantas Sabonis play the game. Yes, he's got absolutely God-given talent, but he also has an incredible understanding and feel for the game, and he plays it the right way.
Here's Siakam. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And Levine with the basket on the assist by DeRozan. Levine's got 8.
Great elevation on the J. Levine becoming more and more consistent with that.
Now here's Halliburton. Defense is right there. Nembhard, the pass to Mathurin. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
3 points.
Mathurin's got his second basket.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's this steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
First team foul.
Sacramento on D. Halliburton for 3.
Well, their three-point touch is certainly off the mark today. They're improving little by little, but it's still a key reason why they're behind.
He started the game scorching the nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Levine with it. Picked up by Mathurin. Out to the right wing. And here's Sabonis outside. Drains the triple. He's got 6.
Well, the rock-solid mechanics of Domantas Sabonis in the catch and shoot.
Halliburton looking for an opening. No good on the triple.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Here's Turner. Halliburton on the wing. Fires from 14. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Murray passes to Sabonis. Murray, a screen on Turner. And here's Sabonis outside. Sabonis missing again. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Turner, no good. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Puts up a 3. Ellis, good. Ellis has got 12.
Nice ball movement. Good job by Murray to recognize the situation and create the wide open look.
Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Levine. Oh, throw it down.
Can you say elevation?
Well, multiple-time winner of the slam dunk contest, Levine has got a creative streak.
And here's Siakam for 3, and Indiana misses again.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Well, Grant, the Kings are one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Mathurin passes to Turner. Fires from deep. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Sabonis can't hit. Sabonis has gone 2 of 5 from the field here. Murray against Siakam. To win the run. They get it back. Turner, no good. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Sacramento on top, delivering the blowout. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
You know, on the boards, they've been ferocious. They've been intimidating. Reminds me of watching Big Fella out there.
You know they're going to...
All right, guys, let's swing it. Glad you could join us. Ryan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Trey Lyles is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Markelle Fultz. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's LaRavia in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
From behind the arc. Valanciunas passes to Fultz. Connects from downtown. Fultz has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
McConnell passes to Toppin. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell.
This guy very comfortable operating in the painted area. All Obi Toppin needs is a little bit of room to get that shot off.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Outside Neesmith to the paint. Here's Bryant, and then Bryant with the dunk.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And it's LaRavia missing. Stolen by Valanciunas. Neesmith with it. Lyles on him. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip from deep three-point land. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Toppin, left side. McConnell outside. to the middle, pulls it, and there's Toppin on the assist from McConnell. Toppin's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Right wing, tipped, and it's out of bounds to Sacramento. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Indiana, 4th.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
Monk with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Toppin outside. Bryant with it. Fultz picks him up. Bryant, the pass to Nesmith. Here's Toppin. McConnell outside. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Bryant finds McConnell. Here's Nesmith, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Monk against McConnell. And the basket by Monk.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Toppin, a screen on Monk. McConnell passes to Toppin. And the basket is good. Toppin's got 6 in the quarter.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonas Valanciunas.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Minute 32 left in the third quarter. Here's Shepherd. No made baskets yet. McConnell's shot is off. Pass to LaRavia. Three-pointer. Lets the 3 fly. Indiana with a rebound.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
Toppin, a screen on Fultz. And here's McConnell. Here's Shepherd, hounded by Fultz. And it's Shepherd missing. Sacramento has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. And Aaron Nesmith picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Monk. There's Fultz with a 3.
They're going to the three-point shot to try to open up their lead, but they're not having quite the same success they were in the first half.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Shepherd's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
What a heads-up play by Obi. Toppin feeds the open man. Easy opportunity.
Pass to Shepherd. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Lyles. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. For 3, it's tipped. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. A huge 24-point lead for them. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. DeRozan for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Now here's Turner. Over DeRozan. Turner, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion. Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Nembhard outside. There's the three. And Indiana misses again. The Kings have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. He buries it from 3.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight. He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
LaVine attacking, and the dunk by LaVine.
Well, you love the footwork of LaVine, the ability to shift pace, tough cover on the drive.
And here's Siakam for 3, hauled in by the Kings. DeRozan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. LaVine with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. And LaVine throws it down.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Halliburton for 3. Kept alive. They need this. Pass to Mathurin. Siakam with it. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Ellis, defended by Halliburton. Tries the spin move. LaVine passes to DeRozan. All sorts of time. Again, the Kings score.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
On the wing, DeRozan. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's foul number 2 for him. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
When LaVine plays with energy, there's very little a defense can do to contain him.
Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Back to Nembhard.
2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth. Halliburton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Halliburton's got his first 3 points of the game. And the dunk by DeRozan. That gives him a double-double in this one.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Lets it go. The rebound by Turner.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Kings.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this victory, they managed to avoid the embarrassment of getting totally swept in this season's series.
And the basket by DeRozan.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Nembhard, good.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Ellis. And a miss there on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Murray. From downtown, sinks the tray.
I mean, a clean jump shot by Murray. found his look and took it.
Outside for Halliburton. DeRozan outside. There's the triple. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building, plus you wait all off season to see how your team measures up. And now we get to find out.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. And it's Halliburton in at the one.
Zion plays with such force down low. He fights right through. He'll be at the free throw line.
That's good for Williamson. Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Grant.
Yeah, BA, he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Out to the wing. Pass to Jones. And he lobs it up to the rim. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And it's Indiana's ball. Last time they met was in Indianapolis.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
Indiana shooting their first free throw of the evening. Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in their comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
Halliburton outside. Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Three-pointer off the mark. McCollum on the wing. Williamson with it. Picked up by Mathurin. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Mathurin against Williamson. Good D by Williamson.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Unselfish play there by Zion, moving the ball to another shooter.
Mathurin finds Halliburton. And Indiana misses again.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. And New Orleans making a change here. Olenek's checked in. For 3, McCollum. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Halliburton, no good.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
McCollum with it. Turner covering. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Offensive rebound. Siakam, pass to Turner. No good. Unable to win this run. The Pelicans lead by 6. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with the Pelicans head coach. We talked about this matchup here tonight, specifically what his team wants to do against Miles Turner. Coach told me we need to push him out of the paint whenever we can and make him a jump shooter and live with those results. If we can do that, I think we'll be in great shape. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. And that one's good. Olenek.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. In the third spot, the Pelicans.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risks and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. For three, Matherin. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Williamson's got 4 rebounds now. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Playing with real urgency. Turner keeps the play alive. That work ethic from him is just fantastic.
Kicks it out to Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one.
For the Pacers, Andrew Nembhard. 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. McCollum against Halliburton. Pass to Misi. And out of bounds, the Pacers will take it. Pacers trail by 10. Outside Matherin. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Nembhard. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists tonight.
It's great at facilitating guys willing to move because Tyrese is a team-first type of player.
And here's Matherin. Yet to see a basket. Nembhard outside. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Pelicans ahead. They lead by 7. Quarter number 2 coming up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Kelly Olynyk, also Bruce Brown out there, and it's Murray in at the 1. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Oh, deflected. Nesmith passes to McConnell. Nails it from beyond the arc. McConnell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Murray off the drive. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And Murray with some big playability.
Pacers trail by 6. McConnell with it. Now the Pelicans in transition. Brown finds Olynyk. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Count it. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, it seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Murray just getting by him in a flash.
Indiana has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Top it inside. Working on Olynyk. They get it back. Pass to Nesmith. Here's Shepard. Back to Nesmith. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. And here's Toppin from the arc. Hauled in by Brown.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Olynyk for 3. And Toppin pulls it down.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. The Pelicans lead by 10. Here's Boston. Still no points. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Andrew Nembhard.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Toppin. Pass to Shepard. Lots of room. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
McConnell with a steal. Toppin with it. Checked by Murray. Rebound by Olynyk. The Pelicans have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Boston. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Here's Brown. He takes it in. That one's good for 2. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, the final 2 rounds of the playoffs against going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. The Pelicans lead by 12. That's tipped. Now the Pacers on the move. Here's Shepard. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Shepard's got his first points of the night.
Well, Toppin trying to gain his confidence by sharing the ball. He gets an assist.
Outside Murray. Back to Olynyk. Wide open. Jump shot is good. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Toppin outside. Over Murray. Toppin's shot is off.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
McConnell from outside. It's hauled in by New Orleans. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. With 1 on the clock. Unable to get that one. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's New Orleans. They lead by 12. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court.
You're not going to win many games shooting under 30% from 3. If they want to climb back into it, they've got to focus.
Okay, time to shift. And that'll do it for right.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, Andrew Nembhard getting it done today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. They've got Shepard, Obi Toppin out there with Thomas Bryant. Then there's T.J. McConnell, and it's Nesmith in at the 3. McConnell's shot is off. New Orleans leading by 15. Pass to Jones. For three, McCollum. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Brent, Herb Jones looks like he might be the next elite perimeter defender.
Yeah, he's been amazing in the early part of his career. He closes out his space so well on people, in control and balanced, able to catch guys' first move. He is asked to guard the primary offensive wing on a nightly basis, and Herb Jones is up to the challenge.
McConnell outside. Pass to Shepard. Soft touch off the glass. Shepard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Here's Williamson. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
New Orleans has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Lays it up and banks it in. Williamson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Here's McConnell. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
To the inside. McCollum on the wing. 13 points in the game.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Toppin outside. 4-3. McCollum pulls it in.
They're still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. He's got 6.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
McConnell passes to Nesmith. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. No good from the low block. Here's McCollum.
2 minutes.
Left side Jones. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 6. Indiana with a rebound.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And Indiana misses again. The Pelicans lead by 19. Williamson looking around. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant.
Well, the defense coming at Zion shot hard right there, but he's smart, and he plays into it, getting the personal.
He's off on the second. Pacers trail by 19. And here's Shepard for 3. The shot, no good. From deep three-point range. And Bryant pulls it down. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now. To the wing on the left. And here's Shepard for 3. Knocks down the triple. Shepard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Toppin, a big player that can see over the top of guys. That time a good decision.
Bryant outside. Pass to Shepard. Back to Bryant. Up top McConnell. He's got 5. To the right side. And here's Toppin from the arc. Jones grabs the board.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Pacers trail by 16.
Pelicans foul.
And the Pelicans going with a whole new group out there.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
24 seconds left in the third quarter. Turner, a screen on Olynyk. Siakam gets the bucket.
Siakam, that's a developing area, so don't give him a reason to shoot another.
Fires the 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Boston. Brown with it. The 3 on target from range. Brown's got 5 points. Here's Halliburton. From outside the arc. That one is off. And so it's New Orleans in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's DeJounte Murray, and it's Boston in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pass to Nembhard from deep. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 5 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Brown can't hit. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Murray for 3, and the Pelicans get it back. Just 5 to shoot. The kick to Olynyk. The 3-ball. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Murray's shot is good.
Great concentration from DeJounte that time, just playing right through the contact.
Siakam finds Turner. A nice shot by Halliburton.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Murray passes to Boston. Now here's Olynyk. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pacers with a rebound. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Boston, the pass to Olynyk. No good on the 3.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
New Orleans leading by 16. Out to the wing. Here's Boston. Kick out to Brown. The 3. Indiana with a rebound. Siakam's got 5 rebounds in the game. And Mathurin gets it to go on the assist from Halliburton.
Great body control allows Mathurin to finish through contact.
Here's Boston. And the Pelicans miss again. Pacers trail by 14. Pass to Halliburton. Takes a 3. Here's Turner.
2 minutes.
Knocks it loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner.
Substitution on the court.
Here's McCollum. There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
1:43 left in the fourth. From deep. They get it again. Outside Jones.
Pacers foul. Siakam. First personal foul.
That's good from Jones. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
Knocks down the long J.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Pelicans.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, it was a fun matchup this year. Neither team could gain an edge. It's the kind of rivalry you want to see between conference opponents.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for C.J. McCollum.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Outside Matherin. This one for three. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Jones' shot is good.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort. Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
First team foul.
8 seconds left in the final quarter. Puts up a deep three. And no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just...
What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. And it's Ellis in at the point. Now here's DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And if you were wondering why you can't give DeMar DeRozan these avenues, it's because he will bully his way to the rim if he sees space.
Here's McCollum. Rebound by Sacramento.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Willie Green and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And Coach said, quote, "What's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes. Guys?"
And Allie, thanks. Counted. Williamson's gotten his second bucket.
With an insane combination of power and touch, Zion is a one-of-a-kind star.
Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, BA. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect. So I doubt that that trend changes for them anytime soon.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Shots good by McCollum.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Murray, a screen on McCollum. They kick it out to Murray. Another three for Sacramento.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Here's McCollum. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Defensive foul. Kia. Yeah, now a veteran in the league, McCollum's combo guard style of play is valuable to this team.
Outside Murray. Sabonis, left side. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And giving them what they want. The incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
DeRozan passes to Levine. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson. New Orleans in the lead. McCollum outside. And it's off from three-point range. Sacramento has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Ellis's shot is off.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot. His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
McCollum on the wing. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Break down for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
On the wing, DeRozan. Covered by Williamson. And it's DeRozan missing.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Williamson passes to Jones. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. DeRozan's got 7 points in the game.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
There's McCollum with the three. Zach LaVine clears it away. Kings trail by 5. Murray from outside. Misi grabs the board. New Orleans has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
Yeah, no doubt Williamson's one of the most powerful dunkers the NBA has ever seen.
New Orleans leading by 7. Over to the left wing. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Murray passes to DeRozan. Murray, a screen on Williamson. Here's Sabonis. And the 17-footer goes down.
I'll tell you, when he rises up to shoot, and with his height advantage, he knows he's going to get a clean look.
Yeah, the defender just lacks the...
C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for New Orleans. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Trey Murphy out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Zion Williamson. Then it's Herb Jones. And it's Misi in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
LaVine surveys the D. And out of bounds, the Pelicans will take it. All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. In third, the Pelicans.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
There's a screen. Here's McCollum. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Outside for Levine. Picked by Sabonis. Levine challenging. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Shot from 12. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Here's the three. And rebounded by Zach Levine. Kings trail by 7. Murray passes to Sabonis. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Sabonis.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
McCollum, the pass to Jones. And stolen by Murray. Back come the Kings in transition. Oh, Levine. What an athlete.
We've seen the evolution of Levine as a three-point shooter. He's gained the confidence behind the arc, and he makes an impact there consistently.
Here's McCollum. Sabonis with some nice D. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Danezu Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Ellis passes to DeRozan. DeRozan dribble drive. Soft touch off the glass. DeRozan's got 9 points.
He's been doing that since he first came into the league. DeRozan, his ability to get to the rack at will is unmatched.
McCollum finds Jones. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Sabonis, the pass to Murray. Keegan for 3.
Stretching that range. Defenders might want to get out on Murray. He is dangerous from out there.
Here's McCollum. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Left side, Levine. Sabonis outside. And he hits it to tie the game. 6 points for him.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Jones sets a screen. Williamson passes to McCollum. Back to Williamson. Powerful play from Zion at the rim.
We know CJ can score it, but the passing component of his game, I mean, McCollum's really upgraded it.
Kicks it to DeRozan. Lets it go from deep. And the Kings with another 3.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Rebounded, Danezu Sabonis. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Murray passes to Levine. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Out to McCollum. Launches it. Rebound by Sacramento. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
And you know, I mean, they played with great energy all the way through. Just fell a little bit short.
And maybe if they were at home, their fans could have given them the boost they needed to get over the top.
Sabonis. Here's DeRozan. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Kings ahead, up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And now, not a bad... And that is going to do.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, you know, C.J. McCollum has been really making an impact here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Taking a look at the Kings. Trey Lyles is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Malik Monk. Then there's Markelle Fultz. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. Right side Fultz. Sinks that one from the post. And the Kings lead by 5. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Valanciunas passes to LaRavia, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Love the energy here in the third, trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Boy, Murray eats up ground in a hurry. You blink, and suddenly he's at the rim.
The Kings lead by 5. Outside Monk. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. It's good.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for New Orleans. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Sacramento shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
More of a traditional center. Jonas Valanciunas can dominate the glass and capable of a double-double on any given night.
Fires in the triple.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Here's LaRavia. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pelicans trail by 7. And it's Olynyk off the drive. Misses from close range.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Lyles' shot is good.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Murray passes to Boston. 1:51 left in the third quarter here. Olynyk for 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Monk. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Kelly Olynyk.
A guy who loves to play at a quick pace. Monk's speed and tenacity can make him very difficult to guard. Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Olynyk for 3. They get it back. Brown inside. With the drive. And it's rejected. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. And it's Lyles missing.
looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Monk into the lane, and he dunks it down.
Ooh, don't sleep on Monk's athleticism. The young man can be explosive.
Pass to Boston, outside Olynyk. From the arc. Sacramento grabs the miss. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That'll be game number 4 of 7 on this current road trip. Here's Brown, and Brown with the stuff.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. Here's Laravia, pure from three-point range. Laravia's got 5 points now this quarter. Murray for 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Lyles. Into the lane, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Trey Murphy, Herb Jones out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Misi in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Misses from short range. The Kings lead by 9. DeRozan for 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Misi's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here's Levine. And Levine, throw it down.
Man, I'm telling you, every time Zach LaVine takes flight, we need this man back in the dunk contest quickly. Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Here's Ellis. McCollum defends. Fires for 3. Ellis' shot is off.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here's Williamson. Zion bullies his way in for the finish.
You know, coach gets mad when Williamson gets hit and there's no whistle, and it happens a lot.
Here's Levine for 3. Jones grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 6. Jacks up a 3, and another 3 for New Orleans.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Poke loose. The dive for the ball. And that'll be Sacramento's ball as it goes out of bounds. Kings able to keep possession here. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Here's DeRozan. Drives to the hoop. Oh, it's a big-time jam. He slams it right over Williamson.
It's amazing. He is one of the best I've ever seen at drawing contact and getting to the line. DeRozan just creates tons of and ones.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. And it's McCollum penetrating, banked it in off the glass. McCollum's got 22 points.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
DeRozan against Williamson. Outside Murray. And rejected. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Six to shoot. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish.
Pass to Misi. The three. DeMar DeRozan grabs the miss. Sacramento leading by 9. Here's Levine for three. No good that time.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
There's McCullough with the three. Rebound by Sacramento. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stolen by Jones. Williamson outside. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Levine with a steal. And there's the drive. Explosive play by Levine. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
DeRozan against Williamson. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we could put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Kings.
And the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score it like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Boy, his offense just hasn't been there.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Williamson. Another shot. He can't get that one to fall. And so here's Sacramento. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Sabonis' shot is off. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keegan Murray. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Oh, Sabonis with the steal.
Pelicans foul. Zion Williamson. 4th personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up by 9.
Shooting for Sacramento.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
So it's Sacramento picking up the win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce.